If you're moving to Windsor, Ontario, Canada, you probably have some questions about schools, specifically if you have kids. So this video is on the best elementary schools in Windsor, Essex, okay? We're going to go over the top 5. Doesn't matter if it's the French immersion or the Catholic board or public board or private. We're just going to pick the highest rated by the Fraser Institute, okay? We're also going to look at the school districts to see where you need to live and how much houses cost in that school district. That should help you when you're planning to move here. My name's Ryan. I'm a real estate appraiser and real estate sales agent. I sell houses for people and help people buy houses in the Windsor community. I'm very, very good at it, and people reach out to me all the time from YouTube. So if you're looking to purchase a home in this area, feel free. You can reach out as well. That's my phone number on the screen. Text me, call me anytime. Okay, starting off with number 5, working our way down to the best. Number 5 is St. Pius Catholic School. Okay, so this is located right here, technically in the town of Tecumseh. Tecumseh is a very, very nice place to live. You can find out more information on Tecumseh in this video here that I made, but it's a great town. So this school got an 8.4 rating from the Fraser Institute. The Fraser Institute is this not-profit organization, and one of the things they do is they rank schools across Ontario based on how the students do on province-wide testing. So remember when you were young, you had to take the EQAO testing or whatever it's called for grades 3 and grade 6? Well, it's those tests that they're using to rank the schools to see how well students do. Some teachers and principals have told me they don't love the Fraser Institute and how their ranking system works, but honestly, that's all we have to go off of, really, so that's what we're going to use. So this is how students did at St. Pius. 6 is about the average, and at St. Pius, you can obviously see they're well above 6. So they're well above average at this school on province-wide testing. St. Pius is part of the Windsor Essex Catholic District School Board, and this is their boundaries right here. So you're essentially going from the lake down to the expressway, and then you're going from right around L'Esperance out to Pike Creek Road. Or, sorry, out to Pike Creek. Those are your boundaries for if you live here, you can go to St. Pius. So houses in this area, they range from like $500,000 to $2 million. Just depends on the size of the house and where you are. Okay, so let's look at a few. This is an example of a semi-detached house not far from the school. This goes for about $500,000. This particular one was a little outdated inside, and it sold right around that $500,000 mark. This is probably the cheapest you're going to get into this area. This one is much bigger, and it was, again, quite out of date inside just because people hadn't updated it in a while, just aesthetically. You know, it wasn't bad inside, just 1990s in there. This sold for over $650K. It's a lot of house, okay? So that's not a bad price for that much house. This one was over 2,500 square feet, okay? And this sold for around the $800,000 mark. And then you got this one right here. This guy was well over $1 million, and it was right along this golf course here, which is a very nice golf course and a very nice area to live. So naturally, that costs a bit more money. Okay, so number 4 on our list is kind of tied with number 5. They both have the same rating from the Fraser Institute, 8.4. This is Southwood Public School, and this is the first of 2 schools in South Windsor. South Windsor is one of the best areas to live in Windsor proper, okay? You can find out more about South Windsor in this video on my channel. But just know it's a great place to live. People really want to get into this area. It's close to the expressway. It's close to the bridge that goes to Detroit. It's just a good area all around. So again, 8.4 from the Fraser Institute, and this right here is their map boundaries. So this is where you got to live to be in this school district. Now, fair warning, houses in this district cost a lot of money. They do, because you see there's another golf course down here. This is Roseland Golf Course, and these streets that surround it, see the ones that circle it? The land there is very expensive. It's a very, very highly sought-after area, and although some of the houses are pretty old, the land itself is worth a ton of money. So it's generally people with a lot of money that live right around this golf course. So like houses like this. This one sold on one of those streets, and it sold for close to $1 million. That's a lot of money for a house of this size. But the lot itself is worth like 600 grand, so you can see how they come up with that valuation. Now, just below those streets circling the golf course is this little subdivision. They're a little bit more modern. They were built like 20 years ago. Really nice area. Really nice area to live. This one sold right around the $800,000 mark. And then just over here, still within the school district. It's to the left of that golf course. These are going to be the most affordable homes, okay? These used to be going minimum like $650 back when the market was really hot. Now you can pick them up a bit cheaper. Look at this one. This guy sold for $550. It's a 3-level side split, so there's not much of a basement, but still a really good house in a really good area for a pretty good price. Okay, so this one is actually the real number 4 since the other two were tied. This is Ann Noor Private School. Okay, fair warning, I know nothing about this school because it's a private school. If you need more information, I would check in with the actual school themselves, but they have an 8.6 rating, which is phenomenal from the Fraser Institute. It is an Islamic private school, okay, and it's located in a pretty rough area of town, which surprises me, but I don't think you actually have to live near the school. Since it's a private school, they won't have districts like the city does. So again, if you need more information, I would just reach out to the school themselves. Quick note before you move on. First of all, if you're getting use out of this, please click like so that YouTube knows and recommends it to more people. That really does help. Also, if you're looking to move and you need to purchase a house in one of these areas, you can reach out to me. That's my number on the screen. I am a real estate appraiser and real estate agent. I help people purchase homes and sell homes in this area. So I can give you a hand there. Also, one more thing. If you're looking to stay up to date on what's happening with the real estate market, I send out a market update video once a month, okay? Not more than that. I don't spam people. I don't want to spam people. This is just designed to keep you up to date. So down below, there's a link in the description. You can click that and you can sign up for that. That'll just help keep you informed. Anyway, next school. Okay, so we're down to the top 3 elementary schools in Windsor, Essex. Okay, number 3 goes to Bellwood Public School. Now, this is actually mostly a French immersion school. They offer French immersion for JK to grade 8, and then they offer English for grades 4 to 8, I believe it was. We'll talk more about that in a second. First, this is the rating from the Fraser Institute. They have a whopping 8.9 rating from the Fraser Institute. You got to understand how rare that is. There's over 3,000 schools that take part in this, that they're measuring. This school was number 83 out of over 3,000 schools. That is insane. Kids at this school are just absolutely killing it on province-wide testing. So the school is located right here in South Windsor. So this is the other one in South Windsor. This is the best school in Windsor proper, by far, okay? And these are their boundaries, okay? So if you live in this green area right here, you're available to go to their French immersion for JK to grade 8. And if you're in the purple area, you're eligible to go to their English program for grades 4 to grade 8. That's a big range of homes that you can find in that area, but as an example, around the school, you can get stuff like this. This right here sold for around, well, you know what, $5 to $550 is what houses that look like this are going to go for. Some get up to high 5s if they're really, really nice inside. You'll find homes like this as well. This is selling a little over $600,000. Again, it's 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms in this one. And then one more to show you, split-level homes like this you can find on some of the streets around there, and they're going to sell a little over $600,000 as well. Okay, we are near the best of the best when it comes to elementary schools here. We're down to number 2. St. Joseph's Catholic Elementary School is rated a 9.3 rating from the Fraser Institute. This video is talking about all good schools, so that might not seem as crazy as it is, but honestly, that is an insane number. Out of the 3,037 schools that were measured in this Fraser Institute study, this was number 42. 42 out of 3,000. This is part of the Windsor Essex Catholic District School Board, and they do have French immersion as well. They're located right here on your map, so right between the town of Amherstburg and the town of LaSalle. Both of which, by the way, are wonderful places to live. And this right here, this is how students at this school did on province-wide testing. As you can see, they're blowing everyone else out of the water. They're doing just phenomenal compared to the average. Okay, so let's say you want to live in this school district and go to this school. These are the school boundaries right here you see on their screen. It's not a great map, but I'll try and walk you through this here. The purple that you see is JK to grade 8 for the English program. Okay, and then the green boundary is for the French program, also JK to grade 8. A bit of these boundaries reach into the edges of the city of Amherstburg or LaSalle, but most of it is just sort of county property. Okay, so you're going to see a lot of houses kind of out in the middle of nowhere, maybe on an acre or so. Let's have a look here. So this guy is on 1.2 acres, and it sold just under $1 million. Or we got guys like this. It's a smaller home on just about an acre, 4 bedrooms, still around the $600,000 mark for this. However, like I said, not everything is out in the county on acreage. This is in the edge of LaSalle. It's a semi-detached home, and it sells around the $450 to $500 mark right now. You also might find some raised ranches like this, and that's selling between $650 and $700K. Okay, so we are down to number 1. This is the absolutely best school in Essex County by far, according to the Fraser Institute. This school is about as close to perfect as you can kind of get, mathematically speaking. It's Colchester North Public School. So this school was ranked 9.8 out of 10, okay? Pretty close to 10 out of 10. So that's number 19 out of 3,037 different schools. This school is absolutely doing fantastic. So just to put that into perspective, if you wanted to go to another school of equal or greater rating, you would have to drive all the way up to Thornhill, which is a suburb of Toronto. All right, you're going to have to drive 4 hours. So you won't find a better school or a school that equals this in Windsor, Chatham, London, St. Catharines, Hamilton, Kitchener-Waterloo, Burlington, Mississauga. You're not going to find one. It's that rare to score this high. So if you want to live in the district for this school, this is the district map right here. So you essentially just have to live in this little box. So County Road 8 down to County Road 18, and then from Walker Road to County Road 23, just below the town of Essex. Also, this is every sale in this district from the past 6 months. Okay, it's only like 5 homes, plus a bunch of trailer park homes over here. Don't worry, it's not like 8 Mile. Those are like usually just retired couples that wanted to downsize. It's not a bad park. But anyway, there's only been like actual 5 detached homes that have sold in the last 6 months. They don't come up very often, and there's a reason for that, and it's because it's the county. Most of these properties are multiple acres in size, so it's pretty hard to... So there's less homes in that square than if it was all suburbs, right? So then there's less to come for sale. So just naturally, there's going to be less available. So here's one of them. This is an example. Something like this was on 1 acre, and it sold right around that $600,000 mark. It had 3 beds and 2 baths. And then this one sold about $100,000 more than that. It sat on 7 acres. The horses are not included, by the way. That's honestly probably the cheapest you're going to get into this area for, just because everything's pretty much an acre at least, so you're paying a good amount for the land alone. So $600,000 to $700,000 minimum to get into this area. Then you just get more expensive from there. For example, this one right here had 44 acres, and it was very, very expensive compared to the other ones we looked at. The only caveat to that is, of course, that mobile home park I mentioned before. If you wanted to live in there, just as an example, this is a double-wide mobile home that sold in there for around the $250,000 mark. It was well taken care of. Some of them are really nice, but you do have to pay a land lease on top of that, which I think is usually around the $600 a month mark right now. If you wanted a single-wide, this one sold about $100,000 less, and that's kind of what they look like there. That's the size of them. So I hope this video helps you figure out like where the best schools are. And these are the best of the best. Like, just because the school near you isn't on this list doesn't mean it's not amazing. There are also really good. Anything over 8 is phenomenal. Anything in the 7s from the Fraser Institute is still above average. So peruse the Fraser Institute on your own as well and find what schools are best for you based on your price range and where you're going to live. If you need help with that, you can give me a call. I am a real estate appraiser and real estate agent, and I help people move to this area and purchase a home in this area. So my phone number is on the screen. Also, feel free to click like if you got use out of this video. Thank you for watching.